Lord B and Jester talking about everything from crystals, vibrations, comics, technology, cartoons, magic, meditation, herbal remedies, etc. Whatever comes to mind, just going on tangents and rambling on.
And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what we call the R.I.F. This is the Tangent Podcast, Episode 6, Readings and Such. I'm Jester D. Wild One, and my co-host goes by the name of Lord B. So let's dive into the magnificent thinking chair that is Blue's Clues. How you doing, bud?
Pretty good over here. Now that we're back from the 4th of July, and honestly, I got mail, and it makes me want to wail.
Sit down in your thinking chair and think. Think.
Mm-hmm.
Think. All right, so me and Lord B had a wonderful 4th of July. Went down to my family's boathouse, stayed out in the sun all day, built a grill, had some food.
Again, grilled up some steaks and pork chops and asparagus and...
Had some Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys, wine, a couple Lucky Buddha beers. Those are pretty nummy.
Even though the neighbors were fucking slobs.
Yeah.
Fucking throwing their...
The kids were swimming and stuff. That was rude.
And that was spitting tobacco, right? That they were spitting in the water?
I don't know. I didn't stare at it. I just avoided it as it floated by.
And we caught some cans that they just threw in the water.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good time.
We had fun with a fishing net, you know, catching their garbage and throwing it back at them.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to eat. I'm sitting down at the table, and I see this can floating in the water. So I'm like, what the fuck? Go grab the fishing net and jump in the water and grab it, and then throw it back on their dock.
Well deserved.
Well deserved. So, I want to welcome everybody back to the Tangent Podcast. I hope you guys are... I gave people a little chance to get on and listen live. I hope we got some live listeners, because we're about to go hard into some shit.
Hardcore. We got things. There's like a list and stuff.
Yeah,
also, hope everybody had a great 4th. I just wanted to say that also.
I hope everybody was safe. Enjoyed the fireworks and felt the fireworks.
Look at your hands. Count them. You got 10 digits. You had a good night.
I got 11. Oh, wait. Nope. 10. Oh, ha.
What?
All right, so this episode is readings and such. Oh, I wanted to get into the Kinder Egg thing you told me earlier for our YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should just have like a repetitive image of us opening up a Kinder Egg, so maybe we can get some more views.
That'd be fun. we could do it. I almost bought one today. I was looking at it. My daughter's like, "Can I get that?" And I go, "No, why not?"
I don't like the chocolate in it, so I just want the toy.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much what they do. I mean, any of those unwrapping videos, that's all they do. They just throw it away and open it up. Here's a toy. Here's a flyer. Here's this. All right, next.
You have a bunch of nostalgic toys we could open.
Hey, shut up.
We're not going to grab those. Those don't open.
Those are stuck shut. Shut.
Good. I'm glad. So let's...
I still have figurines from the X-Files movie, the first one.
Ooh.
Unopened.
That's awesome.
Those are kind of cool.
Got any...
Okay.
All right. I want to get into the I Ching. I just want to... Because this is readings and such. It's going to be different kind of readings you can get from, dreams, tarot, crystals, palm, I Ching. And I've been doing the I Ching for, I don't know, about a month now. And it's not something like I do all the time, but it does give me insight in my current situation. It's not going to tell you you're going to get money. It's not going to tell you you're going to get this job, but it just kind of gives you a feeling of, accepting your situation and either moving forward, and it can give you insight if you've been through a tragedy. It's really accurate and kind of creepy, but the I Ching is used, or it uses a type of divination, I don't know how that word is, called claromancy, which produces
divination.
Oh, which produces apparently random numbers. 6 numbers between 6 and 9 are turned into a hexagram. So the way I do it is I have these 3 coins, and you can do it with pennies too. And the tail side of the coin is worth 3. The head side of the coin is worth 2. And you drop these 3 coins once, and you count up the numbers. So say you got 2 tails and a head, it would be 8. And you'd put the 8 down, and 8 has either a line or a broken line. And you can do these with sticks too. That's a whole different way of doing it. But you drop these 3 coins 6 times, and you write down the straight line or the broken line, and you go upward, and you create this little hexagram. Now, you go into the book, and there's 64 different options you can get. And it's really, really precise and kind of creepy in that way, because when you drop the coins, you're supposed to have a question in the mind's eye, like, am I going down the right path? You know, it will give you a slight insight on if you are going in the right path or not. So that's a little bit about the I Ching. It's a book. They do have online stuff for it, where you can go online and toss the coins virtually. So that's kind of cool. And then it gives you a direct, you know, you don't have to look through the book and figure out the hexagrams, although I went and bought the book and the coins to have the, I don't know what you'd call that, spiritual effect when you do it. And my roommate, I did one for her, and it kind of really did hit her hard too. Won't get into specifics, but it helped her, that's for sure. And that's what I got to say about the I Ching. I think
that's pretty cool stuff, you know, like kind of like, you know, reading the horoscope, but a little more personal, because you have you're actually touching it, you know, a personal touch to it. So, you know, as you said, you know, you have it in your mind's eye, so you're focused on what you're looking for, which kind of directs the frequency or the message you're sending out to the universe, or, you know, to get back something in a reply to what you're looking for. That's kind of cool.
And to anybody who knows who Terrence McKenna is, he kind of lived his life by this book. And anytime he got into like turmoil, or he had a question about life or anything like that, and he swore by it. He's like, it helps. It keeps you, you know, from worrying about the things you can't control, and to keep pursuing, you know, being good, but giving off good vibes and such stuff like that. So it's kind of a reading.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is. You know,
it won't tell you your future.
A reading. I mean, you're.
I was saying it doesn't. It won't tell you your future or tell you you're going to make a lot of money, but it might say you have good fortune in that area.
It directs you on a path. So it's a reading because you're stumped. You need to you know lead me a direction. You know, and it lays it down for you. So it is a reading.
And that actually, you mentioned it, and I didn't have that written down, as like horoscopes. I totally forgot about horoscope readings. Like, I remember they used to be in a little piece of paper rolled up at the counter at the store, you know, and you'd get a monthly, you know, zodiac reading or horoscope. Mm-hmm. I mean, how accurate are those?
That, you know,
I mean...
Yeah. I mean, some of them are directed directly towards your zodiac symbol. Or sign, and some are astrological. You know, astrology is another way. You know, you do a star chart, you map it to where you are now, and you see, you know, you can depict what it wants you to do next. You know, and then there's also like the Chinese zodiacs and stuff like that. You know, and those have their own type of horoscope.
And are those predetermined? Like, is people making that shit up as they go? But in the same lines as, like, they've been researching this for a long time, blah, blah, blah.
Well, it could be either way. They could have hired a guy or a girl to write, you know, whatever they need them to write, you know, like, hey, make them think this, you know, but, I mean, I've read it in one where you got, you know, this zodiac, that zodiac, and they're all kind of in the same realm. You're heading on an adventure. You have a path that you're about to lead down. You're about to make a decision to change your, you know, your direction.
You're about to be a leader.
Doing, you know, so it's very the same thing. Yeah. So it's here and there on those. I mean, when it comes down to let's say, I Ching or reading your subconscious dreams or, a tarot reading or even your palm or whatever, I mean, those are you. Mm-hmm. The other ones are a generalized of that zodiac symbol or that month you were born or the year you were born, which is what the Chinese zodiacs are.
Right.
Those are off the year.
Which makes me think about fortune cookies for some reason. Because that's not a reading.
Which
that's just
delicious.
A random
quote
with your lucky numbers on it.
Yeah, a lot of times they're a fortune. Majority of the times they're a tip.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks.
And your winning numbers are 25, 3, 17, 9, and 4.
Essentially, yeah.
Well, I think you tapped on it, dreams, like the dream readings. I actually feel like dreams are something that are very underlooked in, life. You dream, you wake up, and you're just like, oh, well, whatever.
I would almost say overlooked, only on the fact of if you don't consciously remember your dream or, have a dream journal or something like that, you overlook it. You wake up, you forgot it, you move on with your day. I mean, I have a bunch of different theories about dreams, but that's not this episode. But like dreams in general, it really depends on, what you're dreaming about. And there's like, I found an article, it's called like the 9 common dreams and what they're supposedly mean. And I have a couple books on dreams and dream interpretations and
I like
what
how
they
you
could potentially mean or anything like that.
I like how you put that. It's like over. What did you say? Overrated or overlooked?
Overlooked.
Because there are some people that will take things in a dream and just look too far into it and think that have a hard time differentiating dream from reality.
Yeah, like for instance, people who lucid dream, it's a curse and it's a gift. A lot of times, 90% of the time, it's really cool. 95% of the time, they like to assert themselves as memories because you wake up and remember it vividly. Mm-hmm. So it feels like you did live it. I mean, other than the fact that you wake up and you're not super strong. You can't fly. You can't land without breaking your legs. You still have teeth. Stuff like that. I mean,
most people accept that we
dreams,
can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, majority, if not all people, could do it, but it takes time in the morning. As soon as you wake up, write down what you had a dream about, and then over time, you will train your brain that you want to remember your dream, and you'll wake up and you'll remember it because you write it down, which means you focused on it and try to attack your unconscious with knowing and with the need of wanting to remember what it was about. And then you can go into an interpretation of it to figure out, like a dream about being chased, for instance. I mean, that could be many things. It could be, let's say you're, I lost my spot. Let's say if your pursuer is mysterious or unknown figure, it might represent a childhood experience or a past trauma that you're being chased by someone of, the opposite sex. It could suggest that you're afraid of love or haunted by a past relationship. It means you're kind of like running from something, but when you're awake, you don't realize it. But your subconscious has a little bit of stress, and so it's trying to basically what dreams do is they try to resolve buried down thoughts like, your job, your stress, and stuff like that. Right. And your dream will try to work it out so when you wake up, you're not stressed because your brain did what it needed to do behind the scenes.
It's taking aspects from your everyday life and feeding it into your subconscious. I can see that. To
a degree. I mean, and then there's like dreams about flying, dreams about your teeth falling out.
There's that saying that
stuff like that, and those all mean things too.
In your dreams, you never
you're not
dream.
in control of your own reality.
Right, you never dream about someone you've never met. Like their faces, you'll never see somebody's face that you've never seen